Hey there, y'all. Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my What I Wore This Month video for January of 2017. I actually started my period on New Year's Day, which, you could think was kind of cool, except I also woke up really sick on New Year's Day. Because I woke up sick, and I was actually sick for basically an entire week. I ended up with numerous respiratory infections. I didn't really keep track of everything so specifically in terms of what I wore this month, just because I was sick. But I think you'll still be interested to see them, so I'm gonna show them to you. Also, my period was weirdly really long, like 10 days. And I think that's because I was sick, and so my body was like dedicating all of its energy to my sinuses and ears and lungs instead of my reproductive system, which I guess makes sense and is smart. Anyway, I'm pretty much all better now, and I've done my washing, which I filmed again and yet again had ridiculous technical problems. I promise you next month I am going to try and film my washing routine for you. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, and it was kind of annoying the amount of time I spent working on it for it to not work out. But this is gonna work this time, I promise you. Welcome to What I Wore This Month for January 2017. Okay, so like I said, these are not going to be in any particular order since I didn't really keep notes this month like I normally do, but I will, as usual, start with my accessories. I did use my usual very large Doctor Who print wet bag, as well as this smaller wet bag for when I went to work, which is just about all that I did because I was sick the whole time. And I also used this knit top WinPro back face scrubby / cup spot by Ragamuffin with this excellent Lost Boys print. Everything this month, two things happened in my wash this month. One is that I got fuzzies all over everything. I don't know what was in my wash. And also some things got discolored. I'll show you that in a minute. And I wore 3 cups this month on the days that I did go to work. I wore my very favorite lunette size 2, which I keep in this little pad pocket by Krabby Patties. My Maluna medium classic firmness, which I keep in this. See those fun skull and crossbones print, also from Krabby Patty. Sorry, y'all, I'm still a little snotty. And this is my brand new size large Juju cup, which I won in a giveaway from Eco Fluffy Mama, and I used that for the first time this month, and I will tell you more about that in another video. I only wore one liner this month. It was this 8-inch knit top tattooed princesses print with a WinPro back. I am so sorry, I can't even pretend to get all that fuzz off. This is a liner by Poshy Peach. This was part of a really generous giveaway win that I recently received from Kathy at Poshy Peach, and unfortunately the video of the unboxing for this was one of the things lost on my corrupted memory card, but I will do a new video about these pads I received from her soon. So that was the only liner I wore this month. I wore a bunch of moderate absorbency pads and overnights, mostly in longer lengths. So in this group, if there's a shorter pad, I probably wore it as cut back up. One of the ones I wore this month was this 12-inch cotton top WinPro back moderate absorbency pad by, obviously, Leak Freak. I also wore this 10.5-inch, what is this pattern called? The Titan, I think. beautiful Professor Snape Harry Potter print from Scarlet Secret. I'm so excited to have purchased this pad from her. It has a really soft WinPro back. It is also moderate absorbency, if I didn't say that before. They all are in this pile. Because now she is primarily focusing on creating and selling patterns. So I was really happy to have this, and unfortunately this was another fluff mail that got eaten by my phone. But I loved this pad this month. It's beautiful. I also wore this 12-inch OBV topped WindPro backed Hillary Clinton print in the, I think this is the Royale shape by Royal Maze Fluff. This 10-inch, 9-inch, 9-inch moderate absorbency. This is actually a hand-dyed knit with a flannel back by Prairie Valley Cloth. I just love this print here. It's so pretty. And I haven't worn this in a really long time, so I was excited to get it out for you again. This is an 8-inch moderate absorbency anti-pill fleece back. Oh, and crushed velvet top. I love this deep blue color of it. This was by sewn by Beck. She is now called Itchy Hooker, and she has a YouTube channel and a Facebook group. This is one of my favorite shapes, my 10-inch, sorry, this one's a bit stained, my 10-inch front bleeder style from Pad Thai Cloth in this really beautiful art deco print with glittery gold in some of the design. I am going to try a new stain treatment with this because I really love it, but it keeps staining. Next is this 10.5-inch, and I forget the name of this particular pattern, but you'll recognize it immediately as being from All Fluffed Up. It has a knit top in this fantastic kind of chibi-fied Daenerys Targaryen Game of Thrones print with a WindPro back. Again, moderate. This is a 10-inch moderate absorbency cotton top cats with a WindPro back. This one is by Grayson Street Emporium. This is a 10-inch moderate absorbency PK top zombie girl print. Love the placement on this one. And WindPro back, quite obviously, by Gator Cloth. This is a 10-inch moderate absorbency, another Game of Thrones print. This one is The Lady of Roses, Olenna Tyrell, in a PK top and WindPro back by Between the Toes Cloth. And another of that wonderful front bleeder 10-inch shape by Pad Thai Cloth. This one is a fantastic Last Unicorn print knit. And this one also, unfortunately, the unboxing was on that corrupted memory card. But just, it's so fantastic. And it has an anti-pill back. This is a super, super soft fleece on this one. I was really excited to be fortunate enough to grab this in a very small group order back in November. So, love it. Pardon me. Next is a 10-inch moderate absorbency cotton topped. Fantastic tropical print with a WindPro back by Beach Bottom. And this is the first one of these from this month that got a little bit blued. I don't know what was in my laundry, but some of my pads got a blue tinge to them, which is kind of disappointing, and I cleaned them again, and it helped some, but it didn't get all of it out. So this isn't quite as bright white as it was before, but that is something in my load with these. Got it, but it still looks quite good, and I really love this pad. And last but not least in moderates is this fantastic 11-inch PK topped Lost Boys print from, of course, Ragamuffin. I love this. I won this in a giveaway from her, and it has, sorry, oh my gosh, y'all, the lint. Oh, Lord. WinPro back. It's just fantastic. I wore a crazy large number of overnight and heavy pads this period because I was sick for 6 days, so I was basically laying down, and it was just easier to, when I was at home, instead of wearing cups, to wear longer pads. So these are the heavy pads that I wore, and I wore quite a lot of them because I was going to the bathroom frequently while I was sick. The first one is this 12-inch cotton top bicycle print with an anti-pill back, and this one is by Hannibel's Creations. I also wore this 14-inch OBV, hand-dyed OBV topped WinPro backed heavy overnight style by Bridget's Flame. I get that whole thing in there. There you go. That's really nice. I also wore this 12-inch cotton topped Anne of Green Gables silhouette style pad with an looks like WinPro on the back. This is a heavy pad made custom for me by Nancy at Red Roads Cloth. She has unfortunately since closed her shop because she needs to focus on other things, but I really love this one. Next one you've seen many times, and it's kind of starting to fall apart a little bit, is this 11.5-inch heavy absorbency flannel topped, anti-pill fleece backed blossom green lilies, and it's one of my first Etsy order pads and one of my favorites. Oh, here's another pad that really got blued in the wash. This is a 12-inch confetti dyed Sherpa top, which used to be white and is now kind of a pale blue. And I don't mind it on this one. It's actually kind of pretty. It has a WinPro back, and this is by Bridget's Flame. This one is a 12-inch Ultimini by Homestead Emporium. It is an OBV top and WinPro back. Next is this 13-inch knit top in the Golden Afternoon Alice in Wonderland print with a, what is this, blizzard fleece back. And this one is, of course, by Ragamuffin. This is the Wolf style, which is an extreme front bleeder or back bleeder, depending on what you like. I wear it as an overnight. Next is this 13-inch OBV topped WinPro backed heavy absorbency pad, obviously by Kitty Cat Cloth. I like this one a lot because it looks like my cat Rufus. Next is this 13 and a half inch OBV topped WinPro backed heavy absorbency pad by Royal Maze Fluff. And I just love the incredibly saturated colors in this. It's so pretty. Another new pad. I'm so excited about this one, and unfortunately I am sad that the Fluffy Mail video was eaten by my phone, but this is a custom 14-inch knit top WinPro back heavy absorbency pad by Poshy Peach. The color on this WinPro is just, I just really love it. And this pad was so comfortable, and I love, of course, this Lisa Frank print. I was recently talking on Facebook with an old friend, and she was telling me about how she remembered that at my 16th birthday party, we played incredibly intense games of poker for Lisa Frank pencils and stickers. So, kind of nostalgic. Love this one. I also wore this 11.5-inch, 11-inch OBV topped, confetti dyed, anti-pill backed, heavy absorbency pad by Omi's Boutique. This 13-inch heavy absorbency pad with a cat-themed flannel top. And this one has a hidden layer of PUL, and it also has a flannel back. And did I say heavy? Anyway, yeah, heavy. And this one actually I got in a swap with my friend over at the channel Reusable Dandy. And last but not least, I also wore this 13-inch heavy absorbency cotton-topped WinPro backed pad by Novel Red, and this was the other pad that really got blued. So my little white unicorns kind of became a pastel blue, but it's really fun. Most of it came out, and it's still pretty, and it's still absolutely one of my favorite overnight pads. So what were my favorite pads this month? For overnight, absolutely, without a doubt, this 14-inch Lisa Frank print overnight was my favorite because it was new, because it was comfortable, and because it was just really bright and pretty and kind of fun. Since I was sick and having my period, it was kind of like the double whammy of like shitty days. So I really enjoyed wearing that. And I really couldn't decide on a daytime pad. It would have to be one of these three front bleeders. I just feel like these three patterns are among my top 3 favorite front bleeder patterns ever. In the end, though, I did decide that my very favorite daytime pad this month was this knit top Last Unicorn print by Pad Thai Cloth, because it just was one of those, again, just like the overnight, this was one of those pads that just made me so happy to pull it out and wear it on a really crummy week. So that is what I wore this month for January 2017. $27 pads. And 3 cups. That's it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this What I Wore This Month video. Let me know if you have questions down in the comment box, and I will absolutely be making some more videos for you today. Let's see how I do with my technology. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I will see you soon.